Liebert.
Pleasant good afternoon to you, sir, and good afternoon to one and all.
Yes, and we have virtually Miss Eliza Mills Warren. Good afternoon to you.
It's a pleasure to be here, and I'm excited to share the updates that we have for our listening audience.
Thank you guys for being with us today, and we understand as it relates to developments pertaining to the Inland Revenue Department that there is a new system rather that the department would have launched. It's called SMARTS. Okay, we understand here at Von Radio that the first go live date was actually this month, February 6th. Now, for the sake of the public, what does this mean for current taxpayers? What is really this SMARTS system?
Well, for taxpayers, it means that all taxpayers can now file effortlessly and pay effortlessly via our new SMART My Government portal. They can amend their returns and have real-time updates. They can apply for their refunds and see that their refund applications are registered and receive confirmation of receipt and process. They can be processed there. Plus, taxpayers are now in the driver's seat of their tax affairs. They have more time available to them up to 12 p.m. at night to actually file and pay their taxes.
So basically, you are telling the radio listeners and of course those on social media that it's a lot more, if I can use this term, user-friendly to some extent?
Absolutely. It is a lot more user-friendly. Not only is it user-friendly, it's a sustainable system that can be scaled up based on the needs of our country and the department. So SMART, the meaning is it's sustainable, it's a modern system that Inland Revenue and the taxpayers can use to administer their tax affairs, and it's our tax revenue system. So SMART stands for Sustainable Modernized Administrative Revenue Tax System. And taxpayers can access this via My Government Portal, SKN My Government Portal.
Ms. Mills, or perhaps you, Mr. Liebert, I'm getting the feeling, it seems to me, the department as a whole is trying to, avoid, if I can use this, those long queues in the departments, because those things tend to be time-consuming, if you will. So, am I correct to state that for the record?
Yes, we are trying to minimize the amount of people who come into the department to do business, because once you go online, you can just do everything one time, the comfort of your home, and you get receipts, you get your account updated immediately. Everything is done in real time, so you really don't have to come into the department.
Mr. Liebert, now as it relates to this tax system, now what are the taxes that can be administered via this SMARTS system?
Okay, right now when we went live on February the 6th, we went live with the corporate income tax, the unincorporated business tax, the value added tax, business license, liquor license, and on-demand fees and licenses. So if you come into the department to, let's say you need a learner permit or driver test, you can we process that in SMARTS. Or if you want a liquor license, or if you want a copy of your business license, which will soon become obsolete, that can be done in SMARTS.
I also understand, as it relates to other taxes, if you will, there are some go-live dates, for other taxes. Could you just shed a little light on that?
Yes. Property tax, we are hoping would go live in March of 2024. and also motor vehicle licensing and driver license. We're hoping they would go live in August of 2024.
Now, for those taxes and the others that you've mentioned, are there any other important updates that you feel or Ms. Mills feel that the public ought to know at this point? Anything at all?
Absolutely. In preparation for the launch of SMART, the department initially extended the deadline for the business and occupation license to help people transition. I would like to let the general public know and or taxpayers know that the deadline for the business and occupation license is still March 31st or March 31 of this year, and all businesses, all taxpayers who have not renewed their business and occupation licenses are asked to visit the Inland Revenue Department, be it in St. Kitts or in Nevis, to do their registration, to do their renewal. Once you come to the Inland Revenue Department in 2024, the process will entail that you will validate the information, that is your account details, your name, your address, and telephone numbers, and then we'll register the taxpayers or assist the taxpayers with registering them in SMART, and then the taxpayers may proceed to get their business and occupation licenses after paying. Taxpayers may also visit our website at www.sknird.com to register for their My Government Portal account. And it's quick and easy. All persons need to do is to go on, tap the e-services link, follow the instructions, and persons will also receive an activation code having followed all the necessary instructions. It's important to note that what we have observed is that the activation code oftentimes go to individuals' junk mail. So we're asking persons to look in your junk mail so that you can complete your registration process.
Ms. Mills and, I'm sorry, Mr. Lambert.
Also,
go right ahead.
if I may add, we have also extended the due date for value-added tax until the 29th of February. So those who have not filed their value-added tax as yet for January, which was due on the 15th of February, now have until the 29th of February to do so.
And thank you very much for that information, Mr. Liebert and Ms. Mills. As it relates to the department, what is it the department, and when I say department, I'm talking both St. Kitts and Nevis, the IRD of both St. Kitts and Nevis. What is it that you guys hope to achieve? What are your views as it relates to now this modernized system? What is it that you're trying to achieve? Are there any main objectives or objective as it relates to this new system?
Well, we are just trying to make the process of paying taxes as easy as possible for the taxpayer. And everything nowadays is online and e-service, so we are just basically following the trend and giving taxpayers an opportunity to just file and pay online and do everything online, which should be a lot easier for them.
We have listened. This is what I want to communicate. We have listened, in addition to what Mr. Liebert would have said, we would have listened to the many customer feedback over the years, and we feel that this system, which is this SMART, My Government Portal, will address a lot of the concerns, or mostly all the concerns that would improve customer service. So, for instance, individuals could now file online, they can pay online. Areas of contention, we've sought to address all of these using SMART, and then of course we want to give the persons or taxpaying public, especially those persons who are a single man operation, to have the freedom to file after the regular business hours while generating revenue in their respective businesses too. So in that regard, both the inland revenue as well as the taxpayer benefit.
Ms. Mills, thank you very much for that. Also, Mr. Liebert, to you, thanks much for that. Now, obviously, we're making a transition from a previous system to a more modernized system. Now, one would imagine there would be some challenges. And what are the in-house changes, if you will, to help taxpayers move with this transition?
Well, we have instituted help desk. If you visit the Inland Revenue Nevis right now, you will see some changes to the Taxpayer Services Unit, where we have now erected a counter. It's not completely completed because we need to get some glass in, but we're going to have 4 cubicles where we're going to have officers seated, and they will be there to assist taxpayers in if they have issues issue registering or whatever the issue is. We will be there we'll hold their hand, walk them through the whole process. I'll let Eliza explain the St. Kitts end.
Well, we have a uniformed approach in that we do have customer service representatives on the floor as well, so that as soon as our taxpayers walk into the office, they should be greeted by our customer service representatives, asked what service they would like to acquire, and directed accordingly. Most importantly, we have, like Mr. Liebert and like what is going to happen in Nevis, we have already erected some kiosks. These kiosks will help taxpayers to file online and to pay online. As a direct follow-up from what I said in relation to the business and occupation license where persons come in, we are expecting value-added tax, as Mr. Liebert would have said, becomes due and payable on the 29th of this month. Inland Revenue will no longer be issuing paper returns, and so we are encouraging all of our taxpayers to become registered. Come into the department, register, renew your business and occupation license, register using our kiosk. If you're not comfortable, persons may choose to have the services of those representatives that are there on the floor to help them. They're there to serve and to ensure that persons get as minimal disruption or, help them through the process as smoothly as they possibly could. So persons need not be afraid. The process is new, but Inland Revenue has ensured that they put persons and systems in place that will help our taxpayers when they file.
Mr. Liebert and Ms. Mills, we just have about 1 minute left. Is there anything either of you feel should be mentioned at this juncture? Anything at all that the public ought to know?
Absolutely. So our value-added taxpayers, we want to know that we are issuing your new TINs, and you're being encouraged to file and pay online. You can renew your business and occupation licenses if you have not done so. We are also choosing to deliver those packages to you so that you'll be aware of your TIN, and that package will also have in your business the VAT certificate. Persons who may not receive your VAT certificate and you're becoming anxious because you want to file, you're a good citizen, and we're encouraging that, may also feel free to come to the department to inquire and collect their packages as well. So SMART is here. We're excited about the change, and we're encouraging all taxpayers to file and pay online. Our help desk numbers are, we have a help desk, and persons may email, and that email address is sknhelpdesk@ird.gov.kn, or helpdesk, or email is sknhelpdesk@ird.gov.kn. Persons may visit Inland Revenue's page, as I was the address is www.sknird.com, as well as we want you to know that we have not left you totally unaided after the working hours. There are tutorials on our social media pages. You may feel free to access those tutorials on our website, on Facebook, we are on LinkedIn. Alright, so we are there to help in whatever way we could.
Thank you very much, Ms. Mills. Mr. Liebert, is there anything you want to mention?
Well, I just want the public to know that, as Ms. Mills says, we are very excited about this new program, and we just want the people to help us and embrace the program. And one of the good thing is, once you pay your business license in 2024 through our SMARTS portal, come 2025, you don't have to come back into the office to pay your business license. You just go online, you pay it, and right there and then you print your own business license. That's why I said earlier, the charge for printing a copy of a business license will become obsolete, because then you can go on your computer and print as many copies as you want. So we're excited.
Mr. Lester Liebert from the Inland Revenue Department here in Nevis, and Miss Eliza Mills Warren from the department, IRD department in St. Kitts. Thank you guys very much for your time. We do appreciate it. You know, all the best to you guys for the departments in both St. Kitts and Nevis, to your staff, and we wish you all the best in your endeavors and those in the perspective as well. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us.